What is going on, Nitro Gang? Welcome to Friday Night Nitro. Today is a very important day in sports and Nitro history. Anybody here want to tell me what is going down tonight other than hopefully the sound of the sickening twin stinger CVEC? You heard me right. CVEC, baby. You know how you spell that? Tyson. Tyson. That's who I am rooting for. That was just a little joke, guys. Hopefully, this joke does in fact age well. Let me say hello to everyone that I see here. Nice and early. We got RC Adventures, Mark Nugent, CJTB, Lotus 420, Clifford, and the rest of you guys are going to pile up in there. Duck Boy, I just saw an awesome person named RC Show Off and All Aspects RC. Those are people, not a person. Get your facts straight. We got ourselves... Oh, the chat's not updated. I can't see who's in here. Okay, Lucas Stallcup, Joe Fox, how you doing? Andrew Surrey. All right, my dudes. Nitro J showing up. We got Soren and the cake. Soren and the cake. Sounds like I'm saying something negative, but I'm not. I'm not. Now, guys, who here had a sickening vintage Super Nitro RS4 with a CVEC pipe ever? If you didn't, this will show you what it's all about. We got Grizzly RC. How you doing, my dude? Now, if possible, please, RC Show-Off could update us on the fight. Now, me personally, I heard there's a fight going down. Then I said, we're going to have to fight a Nitro today. Because, guys, I'm going to show you the front of this. Mad Season, how you doing? We got the Nitro Addiction here with us. Happy to see you here, man. Nitro Addiction out there fighting transmissions in the Sen. That was interesting, man. I can't wait to see what the Nitro Addiction discovers is wrong with the Sen. I forecast... Actually, I don't know. I've never torn that transmission apart myself. So, he will be the expert on that one. Take a look at the front. It looks like this particular Super Nitro, it ran into some guy named Jake Paul. He was real ugly, had too much facial hair, grosses me out, in fact. I think of energy drinks whenever I see that guy's face, and it makes me want to puke. But this Nitro is prettier. It's stealthier. And it has many problems, unfortunately. We'll get into what's wrong with it. But let's first talk about what is not so bad about it. Take a look at this engine. It's a Pico 12. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a better look. Let me just wait till some more viewers pop up here in the stream. Now, me personally, don't really care who wins. I think it's going to be Tyson, to be honest with you. I think it's going to be Tyson. I don't know. I think it's going to be Tyson. You know, today I was talking to someone else. How come Tyson doesn't have CTE yet? Did you see what happened? Banner fell. Sickening. Dan Davidson, how you doing? He goes, it's going to be Tyson. Daryl Smith. Having a good time. All right. I see everyone here is rooting for Tyson. Guys, I don't know. I was thinking today, what propels a person to bite a person's ear off? You know, I've done boxing in life. I've done karate competitions. Never one time when I was out there on the mat did I say, I'm going to bite this SOB's ear right now. That thought never crossed my mind. Cannibalism during a fight is not right. Okay, No Music RC, how you doing? Thank you for that channel donation. Now tell us, No Music RC, who do you think is going to be the victor today? Or tonight, I should rather say. Tonight, for sure, the victim is... did I say victim? I meant Victor. Dude, that was a Freudian slip, okay? Anybody here watch the Del Rey Misfits? Freudian slip. R.I.P. Big Lenny. Half Rep Lenny. Yellow eye conjunctivitis Lenny. No? Okay. Anyway, should I fix this? Who wants me to fix this? This is pissing me off. You know, you buy an expensive banner, you don't want it to fall down off your wall. Sickening. Anyway, thank you for that from No Music RC. I appreciate your comments. They're always detailed and very user-friendly to read because you don't make any spelling errors. I don't need a code breaker when I read your comments, bro. Now, who wants to tell me, just to begin while I take a look at this banner, what is missing in the front and if you see two things that are missing? There are exactly two things that are wrong here other than the bumper. One of them is the bumper. That is correct. One is correct. It is the bumper. Personally, I don't care about the fight. One is with a cannibal and one is with a guy with a disgusting looking face. Okay? That's what I'm going to say. I don't like that guy. All right. I'm going to have to fix this. Sickening. Where's the duct tape? Okay. Hold on a second, guys. So there's two things wrong with it. One of them, you can't really see that well. It's a little bit weird. Take a look at the springs. Anything look funny about the springs? It's the springs. Springs matter. Just ask any Subaru Forester owner. The Subaru Forester owners will tell you, dude, I can go rallying for $2,000 as long as my, horizontally opposed engine isn't leaking oil everywhere. That's what they'll tell you. Horizontally opposed. By the way, guys, I did a lot of work on this Nitro, so you're looking at it in actually very, very good condition. But there's a lot wrong with it. I'll get to it. Let me just fix this, all right? Oh. Don't check out my ass when I'm doing this, okay? This is we're married over here, all right? Melissa, tell him.
We are.
Tell him not to check out, you know what?
Please don't check out.
Don't check it out. I know there's one or two out there, but it's okay. You're allowed to like what you like. Yo, you want to protect it?
Sure.
I'm kidding around. What am I, a hoe on Instagram? No. Okay. Boom. There we go. Anyway, let's continue. Where you want, Melissa? Where you want, Melissa? Okay. Monty Kriska, how you doing? Okay. Rainy Pat, how you doing? All right. So we're going to continue. I'm going to give you guys a lowdown on this particular chassis. If you haven't already seen, this is a very, very popular JR radio from the time period. In fact, many low-seas used to come with these JRs. My personal opinion on them, they look nice. They take 8 batteries. The battery tray sucks. It corrodes all the time. Figuring out the menu, you got to be... Well, you got to be hired into Trump's cabinet, okay? I think to figure out this radio... No, actually, no. Yeah, because he's promoting some anti-vaxxers out there. So actually, you probably shouldn't be hired by his cabinet. And that makes sense. Okay, let us continue. I'm going to give you guys a lowdown on this car. We'll rearrange the lights. And we'll take a look at the good and the bad. All right, Daryl Smith goes, AliExpress has a lot of gas RCs. Yeah, that's true, they do. Do they? I don't think they're cheap anymore. I remember like there was a time when they were actually very cheap, but today they're really not any cheaper than like the American ones. Maybe a little bit, okay? All right, let me show you this chassis and we will continue. I'm gonna have to... I have fuel here. It's ready to go. All right. Let me get closer to it and I'll give you guys a little light. Turn the light on more, please.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so we'll take a look at the chassis. Yeah, RC show off here with the comment of the night. So happy radios don't take 8 AA's anymore. Well, I'll tell you this, bro. I spend a lot of money on AA's. That's a fact. All right. Nitro Bob, how are you, man? He goes sickening. So, Super Nitro RS4. This was not a real 8 scale. Richard B, how are you, man? Not an 8 scale. Michael Sucha, how you doing? He goes, sweet RC, I like the pipe. Is it any good or is it a gimmick? I am glad you brought that up, man. Because Michael Sucha, This is a CVEC pipe. They actually are 0% gimmick. Now, normally I would say it's all gimmicks, right? Because I'm not going to sugarcoat it at all. And that's a lyric out of an Eminem song. Mom's lasagna, sugar-coated and all, I think is the lyrics, right? Is that what it says? Something mom's pasta, mom's lasagna, I don't know what it is. But I'll tell you this. My mom used to make the best chicken thighs. It was no lasagna. It was no pasta. It was protein filled in this household. All right, mom's spaghetti. That's right, Zealot 5. Mom's spaghetti. And the rest of it, I don't know. Because I don't spend my life remembering lyrics. I spend my life remembering whether CVEC pipes are good. There's actually one major issue with this pipe. If you guys notice, there are 2 pressure ports. You're not supposed to have 2. So these were sold as universal pipes. Now let me get back out to explaining whether this is a gimmick. Now in an older video of mine, I disassembled this pipe. This is actually a 2-piece design. You could unscrew it right here, and on the inside, there are adjustable parts where you can move the baffle back and forth. So you can 100% adjust back pressure and whether you want more of a torque or more of a high-speed tune. So in fact, the CVEC pipe is not a gimmick. 0% gimmick, better looking than Tyson's opponent tonight. Now I put something in the title right here. RIZZ. I was watching one of these shows the other day and someone was saying RIZZ, RIZZ. I had to look it up because now that we're leading, making headway with a new administration that are anti-vaxxers, people leading organizations that they have 0 qualifications for. How you doing, GeoMac? You got to understand the lingo. Apparently, RIZZ, and that is WRIZZ, means, anybody want to know what it means? What does it stand for? RIZZ. That's the question of the night. I'm trying to learn slang so I can understand, New York City speak. What is RIZZ? Telling you, you got to understand because this is the way we're going, man. Well, I'm going to give you the answer. Winning. It means winning. Now, I don't know, guys, but I see about 0% real association between the lingo here of RIZZ and winning. It is literally 0% logic, in my opinion. That is the way things are going. Soon, we're not going to understand anything. But we can always understand Nitro. How you doing? We got GeoMac here. I think I already said hello. We got Michael and Zatari. Happy to see you here out there representing Australia. And Michael Graham, a big fan of the T-Maxes. And so am I. All right, now we're going to continue. The problem with this particular setup, well, I don't want to say a problem. First of all, the mount sucks. Check this out. Okay, I'm presenting this in the best light possible right now. But the fact is, whoever mounted this is garbage. All right. Bird Dog, how you doing? He goes, I like Nitro and I think like you. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. My line of thinking is logical. None of it is based on silly ideas. Let's face it. That guy fighting Mike Tyson, he purposely destroyed his face with ridiculous whatever he does to look like that. Okay? I'm kidding around. I don't really care about that guy. But for real, if RC Showoff will please keep us updated on the fight, I am not about to pay to watch it. Okay, I don't have that app that it's even streaming on. What app is it streaming on? Is Netflix $38 a month yet or no? I heard a statistic the other day on the radio. They said
I can watch it on my Netflix on my computer.
You can?
Yeah.
Pull it up. Melissa, pull up the fight. How about this, Melissa? I'll fight the Nitro and you fight the Netflix. And they said that the current subscriptions of Netflix are generally leaning towards the low-end monthly non-ad-free subscriptions. You know what that means? The state of the economy is trash. The policies of the outgoing administration have destroyed reaping your own success. The Dollar Tree is now the $1.25 tree, soon to become the $1.75 tree. But Nitros will always be alive. Okay, anyway, Fuel tank is not original. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a zoom, although I would say it's almost a perfect fit. I have, oh, damn, I just realized something. Do you guys know what brand fuel tank this is? Oh, baby. If I could high-five this car and make it look nice, I would. In fact, I probably could do it later. This is a Serpent fuel tank. I don't know what model this is. It says right here, Serpent. Wow. I thought this was like some kind of cheap HSP, and then I looked at the fuel cap, and I was like, wow, this fuel tank is actually a little better than HSP. You could even see the coloring. It's a different mold, in my opinion. Fuel cap seems to be very good. Now, something I am a little upset over. This is a universal pipe, so you're supposed to essentially, I'm not sure if they came with a pre-drilled hole, but you're supposed to be able to mount this on either side of the chassis. So what normally used to happen long ago, Daryl Smith, how you doing?
Tell them it started already.
The fight started?
Yeah, it started.
The Nitro gang doesn't care about the fight. They care about making Nitro great again. I'm telling a historical lesson on CVEC pipes, Melissa. Guys, Melissa interrupted my historical lesson. What are you going to do about it? What should I do about it?
Nothing.
She said nothing. You would like nothing, wouldn't you? You know what? You're not getting that Taco Bell quesadilla tonight. I'm going to eat it. Congratulations. Okay, anyway. So, in this case, this is not very good. What happens is I had to plug it with some fuel line and a screw, right? Because we have two pressure ports. One is already drilled in. We're going to be using this one. What these were known as, what's known as universal fit. Universal fit, meaning you can mount it on the other side of the chassis, right? Because CVEC was sold for, well, really any brand. You could put it on to pretty much any chassis, right? Let me see. I gotta text some bros. Don't worry, guys. I'm just texting Mike Tyson. Nothing funny's going on. Oh, if you want to see my current project, I'll show you my current project. Just a little bit of a project if you guys want to see. This is something I was working on. This might be tomorrow's live stream. I don't know. You let me know what you think. This is a Savage 25 engine. Savage 25. Let me do a little zoomaroo. Look at that sleeve. That sleeve looks like Jake Paul's face is going to look tonight. The question is, will this be a runner? So somebody, I was talking it over with a buddy of mine. We were like, so can we get parts for this engine? Thing is, the cooling head is also destroyed on it. So it's going to be a highly subjective matter. We'll see. Maybe I'll do a live on this tomorrow. Maybe I'll just do it off video. But that is a real bad scratch. 2 scratches on the sleeve. What looks like to be from the retaining pin of the piston, probably, more than likely, right? The rest of the sleeve looks actually kind of clean. So what do you guys think? I mean, you don't want to see scratches like that. That's the problem. All right, let's take a look at this engine. This is an engine I've really never had before. It's a Pico. Tarek Curry, how you doing? Welcome to the Nitro Gang stream. Happy to see you here, man. You came right in time during the zoom in on a rare Pico 12 RC speed. 12 RC speed, it says. I did some research online, and the only forum post I found said I cannot find any information on it. RPM Nitro, how you doing, man? Happy Nitro Friday to you. So yes, no information. It seems to have originally been a pull start. So for me, I am very satisfied with the pull start. Now let's talk about the bad parts. The front. There's actually 2 items incorrect here. One of them is the bumper. Anybody see anything else odd? How you doing there, Compass RC Nitro? Happy to see you here, man. He's living the warm Nitro Gang life out there in Southern California with great In-N-Out burgers and Chiquitas. You never want to forget the other half. In a positive way, that is, of course. Nothing derogatory. That would not be me. I do not derive pleasure from degrading others. Okay, so people are saying rust. The rust is the least of my concern. Take a look at the spring. When was the last time you've seen a spring so, what's the right word? Compacted? These are definitely springs from a different car, or maybe from a different, well, I think from a different model. Let me show you how I came across that conclusion. I'm going to press down. Oh my God. I have to press it super hard. Yeah, RCC off is correct. These could be off-road springs. I'm thinking these are from the Rally model. The Rally model had a taller suspension height because it was more off-road. I don't think it's bent. It's definitely the wrong spring. It's very, very long. So I think I'm just going to cut one of them. Now, I'm going to start off slow, guys. Let me show you the rest of the chassis. We'll go over it. And then, if things go well, we will fire this up before it gets too late. The goal is to see if we have any engine leaks. I, for one, suspect we're going to have a leak. Do you guys want to know why I suspect we're going to have a leak? I have something in my pocket right now. It's known as an exhaust gasket. Upon looking at the current exhaust gasket, I could already see something that I have never seen before. Anybody want to take a guess what it is that I've never seen before? I'm going to zoom in on this one too. Get ready for the zoom of your life. Oh yeah, pocket lint. You got to have lint, dude. If you don't have lint, you know who doesn't have? Guess what? Elon Musk has lint. So I'm going to zoom in right there and give you some light. Are you ready for the light? The light, the way, the path, the truth. Anybody notice anything? Look closely at the exhaust gasket on the header. Anything look weird? Or no? You know you want to say something. Yeah, Terra Curry, that high-speed needle is normal. That's how it is on these cars. I checked it out. There's actually 2 O-rings on that high-speed needle. It's a Pico. It's quite sickening. So, Lotus 420 goes oil. Okay, yes, that's a problem. How you doing there, Harlem NYC RC? Happy to see you here, man. So the real problem, well, let's give me some kind of pointy device. I need a pointy device. Give me something I can point things out with. And don't vibrate too much. No, I need a pointing device. Okay, I'm going to use this.
Wait.
Yeah, open that up. Open that up. Melissa's going to get a pointing device. I'm going to show you what I mean. So this has, right there, a metal gasket. Right here, check it out. Right there. Okay, get a thinner one. This one is too thick, bro. What do you think? This is the new Taco Bell gordita? This is not a gordita. We need a soft taco. Metal gasket. Now, this is not a...
Is this better?
Yes. Right here. I'm assuming, based on the huge amount of oil right there, that this is going to leak for sure. So we're going to test it out. I could see there is a gasket, but it's up for sure. Don't put things on the table. It vibrates, please.
Sorry.
Do you know how hard I'm trying not to vibrate the table for my viewers?
Sorry.
I'm literally trying extremely difficult to not vibrate things. This is the world's worst phone stand and table that I am using. I feel bad for my viewers sometimes because they're going to get vibrations. I hope nobody has vertigo. Okay. Yeah. So this is going to be a problem. What you really want is a gasket like that. Oh, that is... Oh, my God. Look at my fingerprints. Don't steal my identity, please. Don't steal the identity. So we're going to test it out. I, for one, believe it's going to leak a lot. Let's take a look at the belts. The rear belt. Got to spin it. Let me show you the belt. Most of it is okay. How you doing there, Oscar Quendo? Happy to see you here, bro. Well, we're just pulling out a Super Nitro. I got this one a while ago, kind of forgot about it, and I decided to pull it out. So yeah, the rear belt is torn up, but who knows? These belts could still last a long time. It really isn't the end of the world. Now check out that spur gear. Single speed, not destroyed. And we got the super awesome, lightweight Robinson Racing purple aluminum flywheel. Beautiful. I suspect we're going to have to rebuild the bearings in the front also. Yeah, the rear belt is trash. Also, we're missing... So this is the brace, but it's supposed to incorporate a belt tensioner. We're missing the belt tensioner, but I would say it's okay. Like, you don't really need a belt tensioner, in my opinion. What do you say? You want to check out the electronics? I'll be happy to check out the electronics, because the radio we have here is probably a radio that many of you have been familiar with. Yeah, or show of goes, are belts still available? I'm pretty sure these are like common belts, probably the same as the RS4 MT. And I do have a belt for that somewhere. I just got to dig it up. All right, let's turn on the radio. Compression goes, RC Adventures. We got about half compression. I would say it's half dead. All right, so let's check it out. This is the old AM, FM. This is not the synthesized one. So these were available. They all kind of look the same. There were two models. There were 2-channel models, 3-channel models, and also synthesized models, which mean you had a little knob on the receiver. You could adjust the frequency, right? This particular one, I think, probably originally would have been bundled with the low C LST. They would have come with the 3-channel radio of this nature. Okay, these buttons extremely confusing. I've already set the trims, so let me turn the car on. Here we go. It might be glitching. I'm not sure yet. How you doing there, John? Happy to see you here. Let me show you some of the... Oh, we got steering. Can't even kill the steering. It's an old high-tech servo. So far, I've rarely come across bad high-tech servos. Steering is... It has it. What about throttle? Throttle is a Futaba S3003. It works. Right? We satisfied? Obviously, there's no failsafe. I did notice one odd issue, and it has to do with where the wires are. Anybody notice? Well, I mean, you're not going to notice. I'm going to have to point it out. I got to stop quizzing you, bro. This ain't high school. This part right here. This should be facing down, not up. So this part basically holds together the upper deck, the radio tray and the upper deck design. That should be inserted from the bottom, and there's a body clip that goes in the top. So here it's inserted incorrectly. That means we're not getting any anything holding it. And I kind of suspect why. Anybody here have an idea why that is? Go ahead. Make my streaming night and tell me why. I'm going to give you all 10 seconds. I'm going to count down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so we're also missing one screw. It's no big deal. Oh, yeah, there's a lot of oil. It's caked in oil. The gasket's definitely going to be leaking, but the bottom is okay. So the reason is, I almost guarantee you, the wires are somehow incorrectly positioned. There's really not much space there. So the belt in this model goes in the middle. You really have to be careful with wire management in this chassis. You could easily rub through the wires with the belt if it's not correctly positioned. I think the wires are somehow bundled right where the battery is on the inside. I'm going to have to take a look at it later, because normally this, it's called, I forgot what it's called. It's called a mount. Forgot what it's called. Either way, it's called something. It's incorrect. For sure, something is incorrect there. So I think what we're going to do, I'm going to take out the, I don't know, what do you think? Should I take the battery out, or should I try to fire it up first? Fire up. Let me make sure nothing is rubbing. Oh, gross. My whole hand is full of oil now. We got a napkin? Or you want me to use my pants as a napkin? Do you know how expensive water is in New York City? My water bill is like $90 a month. And I shower in like 3 to 4 minutes. Okay. Let me just make sure the belt is not rubbing the wires. Yeah, I could see right there through the bottom. Australiano, how you doing, man? Oh, yeah. The wires are right. They're coiled up so close to the belt on that side. It's definitely going to rub. Yeah, that's the problem right there. Let me give you a little light again. Oh, yeah. The other side of the belt, it was right next to the wires. You see, with these old cars, you really have to have attention to detail. It isn't for everybody. I'll tell you that. Attention to detail, baby. All right, my dudes. So what do you say? Do we want to see a runner? Okay. So what do you say? You want me to go try to fire it up real quick outside? I already have fuel in it. So whatever happens, happens. I'm going to have to come back here, more than likely take the engine out. The question is, do you want me to take the engine out now? I think it's going to be a bad runner because of the massive exhaust leak. It probably won't even prime correctly. I mean, I'm willing to do it, but we will see, okay? Super Nitro, baby. Let me just answer this one question from Australian NRC. He goes, what's the best product for cleaning the inside of a nitro engine? So for many, many years now, I've only used soap and a toothbrush to clean a nitro engine. That's it. We're not talking like the world's hardest toothbrush, like an average toothbrush, you know, like a soft toothbrush. You're not gonna do anything. It's not like you're scrubbing like crazy. And warm or hot water. I'm telling you, you're not gonna have a problem. Then you oil it up and you are good to go. All right? All right. Terrakura goes, is that a question? Fire up and then engine out for sure. I think that's what we'll do. Oscar Quendo agrees. I think it will start, but it's probably not going to run well. The goal is just to see if it starts. Let me show you guys compression over here. It's not the best. I mean, I can hold it like that, but it's not very good. Let me show it to you. It's not the best. It's not the best. All right, Melissa. We're going outside, baby. We're going outside. You want to go get the jacket, please? All right, get the jacket. I'm going to get prepped. I got my glow driver charging already. Tuning screwdriver. I don't think we're going to need anything. You're still here? Okay, she gone. All right. Let me see what you guys are saying. We're going to go outside. Oh, yeah. Lotus 420 goes, world's tallest body post. So the real bad thing is, unfortunately, I looked all over eBay. There is not a single front bumper for this chassis. Not one. I thought I could print one. It turns out that the file is not for the Super Nitro, for the bumper. I might just like fabricate something and stick it on with a piece of foam. I don't know. Then we'll come take a look at the springs. So I'm telling you, this thing is undrivable with the current suspension it's got right now. All right, let's. You ready to rumble? Fire in the Bronx. And I live in Staten Island, so it's not the Bronx, but we got Bronx people here. Bronx in the house as well, and Brooklyn, and Queens, and Long Island. All right, got my jacket. You got my ugly hat? I need the ugly hat. All right, let me get ready. We're going to go try to fire this up, and we'll come back, all right? You're supposed to say no, babe. You don't have ugly hats. You failed that test. You failed. Sickening. Oh, for real, where's my hat, though? I need my hat. All right. All right, guys. I'm about to head out. Let me hold this way, and I'll give you guys the light in a little bit. Move it, fuck. All right. We're going on a ride. Let me get my hat. I wasn't kidding about the hat. Can't get your ears cold, you know? Ears matter. They don't get that great blood flow. That's what it is. Oh, wow. I had my hat in my pocket the whole time. Sickening. Man, I love doing things by myself. It's so fun. That was sarcasm. Hold on a second, I'm still getting things. Sickening. What do you guys think? You think it's gonna be fire in the hole? Or no? It's anybody's guess at this point. All right, when I go outside, I'm gonna change up the lights a little. Sorry about that. All right. Let's see who we got over here. Are you guys looking at my nitro fridge? Do you know how many RCs are in this nitro fridge? It's many. There's more than there were last time. There's way more. Keeping them cool for you, okay? Keeping them cool. All right, we're here. All right. We're here, bros. This is an ugly hat. We all have an ugly hat. All right, it's a little windy today, so let's bear with me, bros. What's up there, Eugene Pony? Happy to see you here, man. All right, you think we're gonna have fire in the hole? About to find out. Let me rearrange and then I'll show you a little bit. It's probably gonna run real bad. Let's prime it. Okay, I think I see fuel. I could already tell. It's not priming too well. We're gonna see, okay, guys? Sickening. Payson, how you doing? Are you with me? First fire on a vintage Super Nitro RS4 with a CVEC. It's probably gonna be real bad. It died. Yeah, I see a bunch of oil in the back already. I see a bunch of oil, guys. What's up there, Boosted? I'm gonna try it again. I see a bunch of oil in the back already. It's not gonna be good. It's definitely a massive leak. But I'm the fire up king, huh? Oh yeah. Massive oil leak. Want to see it? Right there. You see that right there? It's piling up. Piling up. Massive oil leak. It's a runner though. Check that out. Oh yeah. You can see it dripping. It's dripping. It's got that drip, as they say. But it's a runner. All right, guys, let's not fight each other, please. Thank you. CVEC sounds good though, huh? As I give it RPM, I can hear the back pressure is bad. Whoa. Look at that oil. It's dripping. This is the oil leak special. Sickening. What do you guys think? Should we go try to button it up? It runs good at idle though, huh? If I give it some juice, it's gonna turn off. Pretty cool. Yeah, it's gonna shut down. All right, so let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Watch this. I'm gonna. Oh man, there's a lot of oil dripping from the back. You see that oil right there? Massive amounts of oil from the exhaust. Right there. All over. So we gotta disassemble all this. But I'll tell you this, guys. We got ourselves a runner. I bet you here didn't think it would fire up so easy, did you? Did you? Who here wants to give me my props? Is it prop time? It might be prop time. All right, so I can't really accelerate. It's gonna die because the oil leak is just so bad. That's the reality of the metal gasket. I guess we gotta go and check it out. Nitro Bob, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Fire in the hole, went down hardcore. So let's go. I guess we're gonna have to rip the engine out, and we'll take a look at it. I'm fully prepared to swap the exhaust gasket. What do you think about that? All right, let's go back in. It's cold out here. Ugly hats only last so long. All right. So what do you think? Success for the most part? I think so. Let's roll. I'm gonna go start digging into it. There's nothing else we can do. I want to run it, but it's giving us problems. Hey, Sandy. What's going on there, buddy? You running away from the nitro? Hey, Sandy. Sandy, I got cat show, cat food. Cat's the best in the world. Where are you looking at upstairs for? Oh, sickening. He left me. All right. Let's go back. What do you guys think? We got a success or what? I mean, it's a runner. The old Pico is a runner. Melissa, what'd they say? I couldn't see all the comments.
They said sickening.
They said sickening? All right.
It's a fire in the hole.
That's all right. There goes Nitro, Tiger Sandy. Yeah. Joe Bates, how you doing? Goes rich, but not loud. Yeah, man. If I give it any gas, it'll just shut down. It doesn't have enough back pressure because the leak is so bad. Oh man, it looks like an oil tanker just came into town. All right. Well, no radio glitches. I'll tell you that. No glitches. Where's my other hat? You can't wear hats indoors. You look like a troll. All right. Melissa, can you get me some toilet paper from the bathroom? I need napkins for this. Mm-hmm. It's real bad. Or like a paper towel or something. Okay. Thanks, boo. Thanks, boo. All right, guys. So I see you all right here. Let me catch up on the comments. Lotus 420 goes, we got downgraded to the Nitro storage room. This is actually my spare room. All right, as you could tell, I keep things of various value here. Various, rather. This was the first 200 plus Iowa speaker that they made since the 1980s. The very first one from 2015, 200 watts, dedicated 6-inch sub. All right, so let's begin taking this apart. I'm gonna flip it around. I think it's a runner though, so you know, engine, it has average compression. I think with the exhaust leak fixed, it'll be significantly improved. Let's dig in. Okay, so now that we have the car closer right here, I can give you all a better look. Yeah. Oh, whoa. Look at all this leak fest. That came out of the pipe. But that means obviously we were extremely rich. It's a lot of oil right there leaked out. but the whole back of it is caked. It was dripping. So the metal gasket is garbage. Wow. We're gonna need a couple more of these. All right, so I'm gonna begin to take it apart. That was 20% nitro, by the way. That was Byron, vintage Byron fuel. Okay, so how am I gonna start doing this? Okay, we need to. All right, so first things first is engine screws. Yep. Yeah, you see right there, the belt is too close to the wires. I'm gonna have to redo all of the wires. Holy moly, look at the bottom of the chassis. All of this is caked in oil. And not the kind of cake you want to eat either. This is not delicious cake. This is not 7-layer cookie cake. It's not Italian cake either. This is like disgusting cake. Let me get my tools and we'll dig in, guys. By the way, if you're appreciating the content, please give this a thumbs up. You know, I'm not one of those creators that begs for thumbs up, but I don't make the rules. And if you appreciate what I do, we all gotta make it happen. What's up, JWRC? How you doing? Any update on the Tyson fight, by the way? Whoever's watching, please let us know. I'm not about to watch him myself. Damn, wrong one. Okay. Okay. Once we get the engine out, we'll see what's going down. Yeah, the whole screw is extra oily. Benjamin Bates goes, the fight has not started yet. All right. Well, we're just in time for some good entertainment then. And it doesn't cost $20 million. Okay, here we go. Yeah, massive oil leak. Normally you would see something like that maybe at the front if your front main bearing is leaking, but this is definitely coming from where the exhaust header is. So I have no reason to think it's not the exhaust header. Okay, this is out. I'm also not very happy with the way this whole thing is attached. The pipe is like, it's real janky. But, you know, what can you do? I'm going to take this off. There we go. I don't want to move this too much. This stuff might bend. Let's swing it around. Let's do the swing. Oh, yeah, it's real oily. You look over there. This whole part of the chassis. Ton of oil. It's shiny. Lucas Dollcup goes, how hard is it to tune the carb? I mean, this is basically just a regular 2-needle carb. So, but yes, the carb does look unique. You could see the way the high-speed needle is mounted. It's not like you would normally have it. It's older style engines. The carbs were relatively unique. Slayer, very good chassis. Lucas Dollcup, if you want to get one, they're in stock right now. Use any of the links in the description to this video. And telling you 3.3, you're not going to be having dealing you're not going to be dealing with oil leaks like this. Okay, next thing, we want to remove the throttle linkage. I think what I'm going to do for easiness, you know, I do want to say, guys, whenever you're working on stuff like this, it's always in your best interest to think of what's easier to remove and what's easier to assemble correctly. Now, in my case, I've made the decision to remove not the servo horn. I'm going to remove this collar. And the linkage will slide out. So this doesn't have like a typical ball cup that would cling on normally. This is a little different. So yeah, it's much easier, I think, for me to do. The goal is to work smarter, not harder. Now that I know my linkage is relatively correct, I don't really want to mess with it. So this way, I'll easily slide it out, take the spring out, boom, and just put it back and it'll be solid, right? Make sense, everybody? Makes sense. All right. Engine should be good. Let me remove the throttle, the fuel line, plug it up. Yeah, interesting Serpent fuel tank. Actually, almost a near perfect fit in the stock RS Super Nitro holes. I'm not even sure which Serpent this is from, but I like Serpents. Not the ones from the Bible. Those Serpents are not good. You know the ones I'm talking about? The trickery ones? The trickaroo Serpents? You don't want those. All right, let's take the engine out. Oh, forgot one. Oh, no, I didn't forget nothing. Boom. Oh, yeah. We got oil leaks. This is the BP of oil leaks right there. It definitely has to be coming from under this header. So we're going to take a look at this. Screws do not look loose. And those are Novarossi style flat screws. Melissa, I'm going to need that THS screwdriver that's on the table in the kitchen. That's the only screwdriver I trust. This is going to have to be rebuilt as well. Compression is average.
What table?
The purple screwdriver in the kitchen. I'm going to need that real bad. I'm going to need it more than P. Diddy is going to need a favor. All right, let me swing this around. We'll take a look at this side of the chassis, just to make sure the oil leaks are in the position I think they're from. Yeah, you could see it right there. It is wet. All right. Yeah, you don't want to have extra oil leaks. Okay. Cleaned it up to a degree. And now it's going to be time to disassemble the exhaust itself. The engine is fine. We're not going to open the engine.
Here you go.
Okay. Where's the THS? Oh, thank God. She got the correct one. I can't believe it. Sickening. By the way, if you get one of these, this is a temperature gauge. The battery dies within like literally a week, so you're not going to use it. But the tip is very good for tuning, you know, putting people straight, and Novarossi screws. So let's like take off the exhaust header. Here we go. Okay, first screw is loose. Thank God it didn't strip. If it did, I would have had to drill it out. Okay. It's loose. It's coming out. Let me get the other screw. Oh, it's so oily. Oh, gross. 1, 2, 3. Tyson, baby. Ah, yeah. That's how you know he's going to win, because we didn't strip a screw. That's how you know. You know what I wish I had? Remember long ago, there were nitro cleaners called like Nitro Spray. HPI used to sell it. I think Team Associated used to sell it too. Nitro Clean. All right, take a look at this gasket as I take it off. Oh, yeah. Metal gasket. It looks normal, but it's useless because guess what? Having a metal gasket is like having no gasket. I guess you could like RTV it, but for me, since I have a gasket, there's pretty much no point in saving this gasket. Right? It's useless. I wonder if it really ever worked. Anybody ever run into anything like this with a metal gasket of that nature? I haven't. Let me clean this header up. That is oily. It'll burn off once it heats up again. Hopefully. Chelan or he goes, why would they use a metal gasket? That's what I'm thinking myself, man. Joe Bates thinks he goes, that Pico with matching pipe is sickening. It fired up good, but you know, we'll make it better. So it says 12 RC speed. I tried to look up the facts on it, couldn't find anything. It's impossible. By the way, if you're ever working on these old HPIs, you need to have small block engine mounts like this. Now, HPI does sell their own version. They're relatively rare and hard to get at this point. But yeah, to put on any aftermarket engine, you will need optional small block engine mounts. Vintage Nitro World, how are you, bro? Happy to see you here. Yeah, I'm not going to get too crazy into cleaning it. It's an old car. Once it warms up, it'll be okay. You know, I don't want to, basically, I don't want to take off more things than that I don't have to. You always risk damaging things. That's what happens. So I'm going to do a good topical clean, and that'll be the end of that. All right, so let me get my new gasket. Damn, no Rossi screw. The new gasket, I'm actually out of these. This is going to be the last gasket that I have, unfortunately. Surprisingly, it's pretty tough to get Nova Rossi to get these kind of gaskets. Okay. What I'll do, I'm just going to insert it. Well, the good news is it fires up. The pull starter didn't get stuck, right? So not everything is terrible. You got to take some wins and accept the losses, like Jake Paul's going to do tonight. Right, RC Show Off? That's what he's going to do. I don't know. I don't really care who wins. They're all making too much money, to be honest with you. All right. So that's a proper gasket right there. Let me put the header back in. Let's see, how does this go? So it's mounted this way. It means it has to be positioned this way. All right. That's a pretty rare exhaust header too, by the way. Real mystery is, why at all did anybody think a metal gasket would do anything? It's real mind baffling, really. My whole mind it's baffled. Real baffled. Let me just check a few things here before I put it in. Got to investigate, inspect, survey, organize, and conquer. All right. Okay, so this is the way it goes. What are you looking at over there, Melissa?
If you look on your Facebook.
What's there to look at?
Facebook message.
I don't know yet. We have to look. It might be downstairs. Okay, well, we'll have to look. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, next screw.
Moved everything around, so I can't find it now.
All right. All right, they're in. I'm just gonna screw them in now. It's tight. Next, I think I'm gonna take a look at the front suspension. I have to get the suspension sorted. If things go as planned, this might be a runner on Sunday. You guys think this will be a runner on Sunday or what? Wondering if I should put nuts on the end over here. Sometimes people do that. What do you guys think? I mean, these Novorossi screws are pretty tight. But the bad thing is, in order to get to them, if like something comes loose, you'll have to take the engine out again. Let me just see. I might have screws to put into there. I mean nuts, not screws. Nuts. You only need like one, obviously. Well, obviously you need one or two. Let me see if these fit. This might not be a bad idea. Since there's a lot of space here, this is what people used to also do. Use a little backing nut. Generally, you would want it to be the plastic. What is it called? The plastic, not a flange. This might not be the right one. This is definitely not the right size. Oh no, yeah, this is not the right size. Let me try another one. It's not called a flange. So I really don't want to take apart this engine. No, this is not the right size either. You know what? This might be some kind of proprietary vintage size. That's probably why it's not fitting. Lock nut. It's called a lock nut. Okay, this one fits. Lock nut. Yep. Oh, there we go. It's called the lock nut. Yeah, vintage nitro roll. I'm telling you, this is a good idea. Use a lock nut. You don't really need it, but the thing is, you don't really want to go too OD on threading, you know, tightening the screw too hard, because look, you really have a thin amount of metal here. It really is in your best interest to use a lock nut, as well as like a backing plate, because it really won't back out. Right? Easy. Even Jake Paul could do it. Usually people do this when their header is stripped. So let's say the threads on your header are stripped. This is what you would do. Sickening. Pro Nitro tip to you guys. Pro Nitro tip. Damn. I need my 4-way mini wrench, but I don't have it in front of me. Is that little mini wrench somewhere on the table over there? You know the little 4-way hex wrench? 4-way mini wrench? Whatever, we're almost there. All right, it's good. Yeah, it's not gonna come out. It's good. This one's tight. This one, I don't know if I want to get it in. It's gonna be a little tighter. I'm just gonna leave that one. BMBRC, thank you, man. And I'm glad that you are a new subscriber. And I am glad you are inspired, BNBRC. Now, why don't you tell everybody what you are or plan on restoring soon? So, yeah, this is done. All I got to do is put the engine back, and we're solid. Yeah, pretty interesting throttle link. This does not look to be homemade. Johnny Racer, how are you, man? This does not look to be homemade. Maybe at one time somebody sold this kind of link. Usually you would just have a stud, a ball stud over here, and like a clip would clip onto it, or like a Z-bend. The Z-bends never fail. You really don't need this. I mean, there's no way a Z-bend could come out, but this is real tight. Yeah, very little wobble actually. B and BRC goes working on JATO 3.3. Thank you, man. You know, they just released the electric JATO and they called it a JATO. It's disgusting. I'm disturbed by it. You know, do we need more electric RCs? I also got news recently that another Arma Tyson is out. Bro, they gave it a different color and called it a different version. It ain't no different version. It's the same thing. All right, I'm going to put this engine in later. Need to sort a couple engine screws. I think at this point, I want to take a look at the front of the chassis. And we'll see what the situation is. So the situation is, the shocks are extremely stiff for no good reason. I'm thinking, let's take off one of these springs and see what the length of the spring is. What do you guys think? Take off one of the springs? Shocks, rather. pretty sure the length of the shock is correct, but the springs are not correct. I'm gonna have to pull something creative out of somewhere. I'm gonna try to take the shock off. Melissa, what time is it?
9:50.
All right. All right, we got this out. Let me take the bottom of the shock out. I'm convinced the spring itself is the incorrect spring. That's why the suspension is super tight. Okay, we need that. Assuming the bottom shock end is okay, I don't see anything wrong with it, but there's too many coils of it. You see how on the top right there, it's extremely too close coiled up? Yeah, this spring is definitely too long. So let me see, I'm gonna take it off. Man, I wish I had some falafel right now. Okay. I could already see with this spring extended, this is likely from the rally model, this shock spring. Our actual shock travel, well, not only do we not have any oil, but that's an issue for another episode. Shock repair, that's for another episode. Let me clean up the shock. It is certainly too long. So I'm gonna have to make an executive decision, guys. Some of you might not like the decision. You have any idea what the decision is? Do we got decision makers here or not? I'm gonna cut like 3 coils. It's gonna be like owning a Honda again. In fact, I used to own an Integra, Acura Integra GSR with Tein coilovers, Tein. Jason goes, don't cut. Well, I don't know what I'm gonna do, man. Nitro and Chips, how you doing? I think I'm gonna have to cut a couple coils. I don't know if you see. This one actually has a cut already. And it seems to be okay. So there's nothing wrong with the shock, but the spring is too long. Basically, you normally want the shock to kind of end up a little bit past where your retainer is, the shock bottom retainer. Australian RC, I don't know if those springs will work. Most likely, yes. Pretty much any 10 scale spring will work. But, you know, I'm not stockpiling like 10 scale springs. So, for me, that's not going to work. I'm going to have to cut it. I mean, I'm not interested in the 100% accurate. I just needed to, like, actually move at all, like a little bit, right? So, what do you guys think? Should I put a poll in the chat right here? I'm going to put a real poll real quick to get a little bit of viewer interaction. Let's see, how do I put a poll? Okay, I'm going to put a poll. Engage with your audience. Start a poll. There we go. Put a poll for you. Please vote. I'm going to give it about 2 minutes and I'll make a decision. Well, I mean, you're going to make the decision. But I'll tell you, there's really nothing else I could do. You know, it's not like this is some kind of impossible to get spring. The shock is hard to get, but the spring is a spring. You can just get like Chinese springs if you wanted to. It's no big deal. So guys, vote right now and don't ever say that Hybrid doesn't engage with his audience. I engage with you guys. You see that? I put a poll right in the middle of this video. Sickening. Carl Schenk, how you doing? Good, I'm going to give you about 2 minutes. Bliss, what are they saying?
I don't know because I didn't vote.
You didn't vote? This is more important than the presidential election.
Which one would you want me to say?
By the way, guys, you see this dude? He basically stole my video. How you like that? Sickening. I'm not going to do nothing. I told him, congratulations. Have a good day. Enjoy. No, you'll never get a nitro drive over you like I did, sucker. That's what I told him. Actually, no, I didn't say that. I just said, hey, that's me in the video. It didn't hurt too much. Boom, there you go. One positive fella. People steal my content. It's fine. Loris 420 goes, make shocks great again. Okay, so the votes are in 26 voters. Lower turnout than the people that put Biden into office. All right, I'm going to close up this poll. The overwhelming audience count 85% says to cut it. 85% of the poll says to cut it. 15% says don't cut it. So as the song says, prices are too high, we're going to cut it. All right, so now I'm just going to make an executive decision and cut from the thick areas on top. You could see there's a little different rate of, I think it's called progressive rate, spring rate. So it's easier to compress the bottom. Yeah, these springs are really tight. That's the other thing. I'm probably going to cut from here. I'm going to do, what do you guys think? Here? Cut there? No, maybe more, right? Right there. Cut there? Are we good with that? Or less? What do we say? Here? It's basically 2 full coils. It might need more. I feel like I need more. Okay, I'm going to do right there. It's like 2.5 coils. Are we in agreement? Oh, yeah, I guess I could do less. I could always cut more. Okay, we could do less. Okay, fine. I'm going to back up. Here. Are we in agreement now? Right there? I'm not too worried about the length of the other one. It's never going to be 100% equal. It's fine. I guess, yeah, lining up both of them would be a good idea. But the thing is, this one's already too tight anyway, so I'm not worried about overcutting. I'm going to tell you something, guys. The left one is really tight also. I'm not too worried about it. Once I get one, I'll be able to do the other one. So let's just cut it. 1, 2, 3. Squeeze. Damn, that's hard. These are hardened springs. I don't think I could cut it. I'm going to have to get a grinder. Okay. I can't do it. It won't cut. Almost got it. I'm saying these are good cutters. Let me get a little deeper in there. All right, we got deeper in there. It might work. BRC, she'd just be chilling out here, okay? She's not trying to cut no springs, man. I wish that wasn't the case. She'd just be chilling. Okay, she did her hair today, and she said, leave me alone. Don't even touch it. Okay?
Didn't say that.
You thought it. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Boom, baby. We got it. All right. It looks better. I mean, it don't look bad. There's still like a spring retainer over here on top. Let me put on the bottom, shock bottom, retainer. It's still tight. I mean, it definitely looks better, but you could tell it's still a little on the tight side, I would say, in my opinion. Compression-wise, it's still tight. I could definitely cut like at least 1 more coil off. It's still real tight. You want the spring to kind of not force it too much when it's at the end of its stroke. I'm thinking, are these the correct Super Nitro shocks? These might be RS4 shocks. All right, bros, I think that's about it. I think we're going to call it a day. If you appreciate what I do, let me know. Support the channel. That way I'll be out there trying to buy more nitros for repairs and restorations. I can't do without you, but I can do it faster. With you, that is. I'm going to assemble this later on. I got to edit videos for tomorrow. You know, on this channel, one time, one guy said I don't do nothing. I want that guy to come back. Come challenge me, and we'll see what you're going to do, buddy. Okay? I got people stealing my videos day and night. Guy telling me I don't do nothing. Guess what? People that don't do nothing don't get their content stolen, do they? Think about that one. All right. RC Show Off, thank you, bro. I'm going to be here for like 2 more minutes, and I'm going to sign off. I'll assemble this later. I'll be back, and I'll have to design something for the front. I don't know, but like there's no bumper available. The part number for the front bumper is HPI 411A. No, A411. A411. Yeah, this shock is too rough. I mean, I could put it back right now and check it. If you guys want me to do it, I'll do it before I leave. I mean, I could do a quickie. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm interested to see myself if this was enough of a cut. It probably isn't. It's definitely going to need some more cutting, I think. Let me check the suspension now. It's better. It's still too tight. Yeah, it's still really, really tight. Yeah, Michael Sucha, I'm going to remove both of these springs later. I'm not convinced these are the correct springs. I might have springs, but, you know, the orange matches the back. It's still extremely tight. But we do got a runner, guys. Another Super Nitro RS4. I will assemble this overnight. And hopefully next time you see it, we're going to have ourselves a repaired Sickening Nitro. Thank you guys for watching. I'd appreciate it if those that are here would become channel members. That would really help me out. There's a link in the description to this video. Or you can click the join button sometimes when you're on the computer. I don't know if you could do it on the phone. It's possible. Maybe not. Nitro and chips. Yes, it's a single speed baby. But the link to the channel membership is in the video. There are awesome perks that come with it. And there will be more perks. Until then, guys, you all have a good night. I'm not going to make this too long. I'm not here to just, you know, talk about nothing. The goal is to make progress in each video. Ron Fuller, thank you, bro. I appreciate you, man. Big Boys Toys RC, how you doing? And then, when you make one Nitro great again, you got to buy more. See you all later. Have a good, positive night. And let's hope Mike Tyson wins.